Hello again. Right, as you can see, the new handlebar guards. New handlebar guards, new levers and all the bracketry. So today we're going to make a little quick video on fitting the new levers and the new handlebar guards. These are like universal enduro ones with aluminium going right through them, so they're nice and strong. Should be able to throw the bike on the floor and not have to worry about breaking levers. Right, we've got these adjustable levers, lots of adjustment on them, slightly different shape, pretty much the same length, a tiny bit shorter, not much in the length, and we have got legal slightly smaller number plate to go on it. That's it compared to a brake lever. Okay, so we're going to start off with the front brake lever. Should be really easy to do. Literally just undo that screw. So number 3 Phillips and a 10mm spanner. That's all you need. Probably could get away with a normal smaller Phillips. All you got to do is hold it still really while you undo that. Right, it is threaded into the aluminium as well, the master cylinder. So literally just pull that out. There you go. Simple as that. New one in. Hear that clicking? That's your front brake lever. Right, so you have got to push the lever in quite hard to get that screw to go in. Then put the nut back on the bottom, which locks the screw from coming loose. It's a nylon nut. Right, there you go, front lever all done. Number 1's really close to the handlebars. Number 6 is really far out. I'm going to leave it on number 6 for a minute. So I want to use 2 fingers and that feels pretty good. Right, okay, now onto the clutch lever side. So what we've got to do here is slacking your clutch cable right off, but so the groove lines up. Let me just see how well you can see that on the camera. I think you can see that the groove lines up. Then you can pull that out like that. Again, there's a 10mm. Right, this side's an 8mm one for some reason. So this time we will try putting it back together, putting the cable in the first. Sometimes that is quite a lot easier. Keep it all lined up. Yeah, it was much easier. Should have probably took it apart like that, to be honest, but there you go. Right. Pull that out, just take the slack out, screw the adjuster out, and then just go back in so you've got a little bit of free play. That's it. Again, you can adjust that right out. I think I'm going to leave mine on number 6 again because it gives me more room to use it with a clutch. So we'll leave that on number 6. Our first job, we've got to take this out the end. So we need to take this apart. take that part and fit it to the actual bar end, and that slots in there to stop it turning. Screw that back into there. Ooh. Which stops that turning as well. It's all obviously a little bit fiddly, but doable. Then just having a little bit of a thought. I don't know if that's meant to be the top or the bottom really. I thought that was the top. Take my gloves out of the way a sec. Right, I'm just going to pause the video there and have a look at the pictures because I'm not sure which way up that's meant to go. Right, so it turns out they are up the right way. So we're going to leave that bit like that for a minute. Right, these can take quite a bit of modification to make them fit the Benelli. But what I'm going to do to start with is screw this bit in here just to hold it in place. Right, that's holding that in place. Now we can try and do something with this end. Okay, right, my plan here is to make this slot slightly bigger and try and put that sort of like there on the handlebars. And as you can see, the handlebars here are too thick for it, so I'm going to sand that down a little bit and try and make them fit. If it doesn't work, I'll have to order some different ones or just not bother fitting them. Right, slightly better view of it there. Still not brilliant, but I hope you can see that gap through there. We're going to try and make this bracket fit. What you got? Get your ball. Oi, get your ball. Flash. Come on. That's my dog, he's called Flash. He'll probably appear in lots of videos. Wherever he's gone, he's disappeared. Here he is. Oh boy, come here. Get your ball. Come on. Right, as you can see off camera, because we didn't realise the battery had gone flat, we've ground out a massive lump of this aluminium block. We've still got to try and get the clutch cable to sort of fit round it somehow, really. But I think if we can turn that slightly, sort of to there, I'm going to have to drill another hole in there, but that's not a problem. So we need to just cut the end of that off now, really. So I'm going to cut across there like that. We've heavily modified, can't even say it, heavily modified this bracket to get it to fit there. Still going to have to do something with this clutch cable, I think. We should be able to get all this to fit together now. As you can see, we cut this down as well, made our own hole in it. There you go, that's what one side looks like. There's obviously a lot of palaver messing about. That's the difference. Right, again, first step first, we've got to take the bar end out and the internal weight out as well. There we go, another weight. So probably going to vibrate by like hell now with all the stuff out of it, but obviously that's not really a concern of mine. I think what we'll do is test fit this one again. Yeah, I think that'd work better like that. So we'll have to use that original handlebar insert. And then what we need is a 6mm bolt with a washer, so I'll just go and grab one of them. At the moment I can't find a socket cap screw, so we're going to use just a normal bolt. This is mainly to test the system. That ideally is where that needs to go, because that clears the lever and will protect the lever. So let's have a shimmy round to the other side. Now this is going to be a problem because the brake pipe is right in the way. Now I need to change that brake pipe at some point. I'm going to do another video on doing a braided hose from both of these down to there. So it might be the ideal time to do that now. Might have to take this hose off and run the hoses down that way to clear this. That would probably be quite a good idea, and then that would go on there like that. Yeah, so okay, we're going to drain the front brake system and start a video on that at the same time as well, but obviously this video will only be about the clamps for now, and the handlebar clamps. Right, hang on. Right, as you can see, that will probably line up pretty well there, so we need to do the same as we did on the other one and grind it all out, which is quite animal, but the guards are only like 30 quid, so we'll grind them all out and see what it goes like, and then we'll cut the end off of this like we've done that one. Try and clean it up a little bit. Once we know they both fit, we can drill a bolt straight through there, so we just need to get that to fit a bit better really on that surface there. So what we need to do is grind all this bit out a little bit, so let's mark it up a little bit. Right, what I'm going to do here is just draw a little bit on it where it's got to go, and then we'll do some grinding. Obviously this is an angle and that's going out an angle, so I'm also going to try and grind this side a little bit of an angle in it, so it sits more level like we did the other one. So I'm going to write on here T for top, so I know which way to grind it. So we need to grind a bit out of the bottom. Right, as you can see, we've taken the edges off, so it now fits in there, and we've tried to taper it so it fits horizontally coming off of the handlebars. That hasn't obviously worked overly well, but it's pretty good. And then that will line up again on the front. We'll have to drill a hole about here, same as we did with the other side, and cut all this end bit off, and then we can route our cables for the braided hoses for the front brake around our bracket, even if we have to come off and down or something. So we'll be able to sort that out, and then that will be fitted. Right, I've moved that up a little bit. Sorry, moved that up a little bit. Start again. Moved that up a little bit to give us a bit more thread in the bars. That will work just there like that. So we can do that up. Obviously we'll leave it slightly loose until we've got the bit handlebar clamp in there as well. Might just slacken that off a little bit. Okay, so what we're going to do now is drill that, just chop the end of that off quick. Do that off camera very quick. But there you go, so you can see the levers on its furthest out position, and it's not hitting the handguard, so that's okay. That's why we had to use that spacer at the end. So they're on there. Okay, as you can see here, that was the original bolts that came with it, and they just wasn't long enough for where we're using it on fatter bars. So I've got a load of these in stock, so I'm just in the process of swapping all of the all of the bolts to these lengths, which go in a lot further, hold it a lot stronger. And there you can see that swapped it to the black ones. You can't really see that one, but again the other side is done. So what we're going to do now is go ahead and undo the other end of this and try and get it to fit onto the bar end spacer like that, which might give us a bit more room, but I think we'll have to leave it as it is because I've doctored that bit there. But we'll give this a go quickly. Right, first of all we're going to take the short bolts out of here, which on this side have actually gone a bit tighter than the other side, but now we've got them, we'll use them because it will make a much stronger job. So there's only literally like 2 threads in there if you're lucky. I'll find that in a minute. Right, sorry, I had a customer turn up then, so I had to stop the video, but unfortunately I didn't really think what I was doing, but I carried on without recording. Habit, I suppose, couldn't keep my hands still. So what we've done is put that blanking plug back in. We've used the original Allen key and longer bolts in the bracket on this side, and that fits a lot better, and we've got a bit more clearance on the clutch cable, which is nice. So that one's on there nice and tight. I'm just changing this end bolt for an Allen key bolt because it just looks a bit nicer. Oh, wrong size. But what we want to do is want to move the the lever down a little bit this side. So I'm going to slack everything off. I'm going to do that up just so it's almost tight, and then crack off the bracket. Right, that is the handguards all done. There you can see that is both the handguards on there now. I think it gives it a much better, cooler look, and hopefully it will stop us breaking levers when we most likely throw it up the road trying to do a wheelie.